what is biochemistry? You can write on the message box.
It's in nuclei compounds.
It's in what? Nuclei?
Nucleotoid compounds, like
Oh.
protein compounds.
Yeah, it's about macromolecules. You wanted to tell macromolecules. It's about macromolecules. That's great, and that's a great answer.
Biochemistry, chemical processes within the body.
Yes, chemical processes within the body. That's also a good answer.
It's a chemistry which occurs within the living organisms. I believe.
Yeah, chemical processes. Chemical reactions that happens within living organism. That's great. So actually, yes, proteins, molecule compounds of proteins. Okay, that's also good. So actually, see, in simple way, if you view yourself in terms of biochemistry, molecular basis of beings, that's also a very good answer. Molecular basis of beings. So biochemistry make you understand in molecular terms how you exist and how you call yourself a living being. So it will give you molecular explanation. Now, I'll tell you biochemistry, when we talk about biochemistry, so biochemistry, if you see yourself, if you understand your body, then later you'll be able to understand patient's body. So during this time, during the time we study basic things, basic science, so you should also be focusing on understanding yourself. So biochemistry will provide you a viewpoint, a paradigm through which you will understand yourself. So actually, you all are nothing but a molecular organization. If you consider yourself, you are nothing but a molecular organization. So your unit of body is cell, and that cell application of chemistry, that's also good. Application of chemistry to biological processes at cellular and molecular level. Now I'll start. So with this understanding, I'll start. At least I think you all know what is biochemistry. So I don't have to worry about
Doctor, the slides will be in the module.
So this slide, maybe this slide is not there on module. Okay, I'll upload this slide later. Okay, because this is an introductory class, I will be asking very few questions from this, if any. So this is just an understanding of biochemistry. What is biochemistry actually? What we are going to do in biochemistry. So it will give you an understanding about those things. Okay, so that is why this class I have not. I will upload this class after this. After we finish this class, I will upload this.
Thank you.
Okay. So you don't have to take big notes. Just grasp an idea. Okay. Grasp an idea. So actually, you are nothing but
molecular organism.
Yes, a complex molecular. So this is the sentence you have to understand. Okay, you have to understand whenever you study anything, medicine, you have to understand yourself in terms of, or other human body as well, in terms of molecules. You are nothing but a complex molecular organization. So I'll begin with zygote. So once upon a time, we all were a zygote. Okay. Once upon a time, we all were a zygote. That zygote with a nucleus, with one cell inside, only one cell. That zygote multiplied into multicellular, blastula, then morula, then embryo, and then what happened? Ultimately, you gain a big body. Once upon a time, do you agree? Once upon a time, we are all zygote. We were all zygote. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. So this zygote divided, and then it became embryo, fetus, and then we actually came into this in this world, and then we gained the size of the whole human. So what happens if you see in that process also, if you see, we are just a manifestation of one cell. That one cell has transformed into a whole body. So the unit, that means unit is a cell. And if you see the cell inside cell also, the cell membrane and nucleus, the different organelles. So if you dissect this cell membrane itself is a lipid. Cell membrane itself is a lipid. And then protein, there may be protein inside the lipid. Fluid mosaic model you will study. So this is lipid. So inside lipid there is protein, lipid, protein. So this whole membrane is made up of lipid. And again, if you see the lipid is again made up of what? Lipid is again made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, phospholipid. So these are, and then protein is made up of amino acid, and amino acid is made up of again of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Some have phosphor, some have sulfur also. So these all elements, basically we are made from this elements will form a complicated compound, and that compound will organize to form a cell membrane. And you can see there are many, everywhere you will see cell membrane. Those all cell membrane are made by these basic elements organized into a complicated this compound, and that compound again organized. So there are multiple level of organization, and this cell membrane, the various types of like organelles, endoplasmic reticulum, there will be nucleic acid inside. So this nucleic acid again made up of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, phosphorus. So this all compound will form, are arranged in a very like organized matter, and that organized matter, complicatedly organized way, cell is formed. So if you see cell at atomic level, it is nothing but made up of few elements of universe. So you can see this cell will divide. So ultimately what I mean to say is, we are all a complicatedly molecular organization. So in order to gain this weight into this embryo, what is required daily is, in womb mother takes food. Okay, every day mother takes food. When you, after you get birth, so what happens? You have to take food. So this food is ultimately going to convert into the body. This food ultimately is going to convert into body parts, if you see at molecular level. So food is made up of what? You can say carbohydrate. You know, food is made up of carbohydrate, and then protein. Then, yes.
Glucose.
Yes, carbohydrate is glucose. Okay. Lipid.
Okay, sorry, fat and oil.
Yes.
Lipid.
Lipid is fat. Is there anything? Any question?
Water.
Yes,
Okay.
water. Thank you. Water. So I'll write water later. Okay. So with this, these are macronutrients. These are called macronutrients. Carbohydrate, protein, and lipid. These are called macronutrient. And then you have micronutrient. Micronutrient is made up of vitamins and minerals.
Minerals.
Yes, vitamins and minerals. These are micronutrients. Last but not the least, your body is made up of 60% of your body is water. So you are 60% water.
Water.
Yes. So that is why you must respect water. If there is no water, you're 60% lost and you will not live. So 60% is water here. So you can say this is your body. Food is converting into body. Essentially, if you see, this all nutrients you take and it will be digestion, and this all nutrient will actually convert into different form of protein, carbohydrate, but ultimately it will form your part of body. Won't they?
Yes, they will.
Yes. So in that sense, you have to slowly through food, you gather body, you accumulate body from the universe. And at the same time, in addition to food, so food also provides you energy. And that will help you grow, that will help you do activities, this energy. And this energy in food, you take food from what? You take food from, ultimate source of food is your plant. Ultimate source of food is plant. And even if you take meat, the flesh of meat that comes from herbivorous animal dependent plant, and the source of this energy again is sun. Through photosynthesis, this plant is making food, and that food is being transferred to us. Maybe as a primary consumer, if you take rice, you are a primary consumer. If you take meat, you are a secondary consumer. Anyway, this way, through food, you are eating photons. Don't you?
Yeah.
You are eating photons indirectly. So understand the wholesome process. So now, sun is helping a lot you to grow. If sun dies, we will die. So this is how energy flows. Through the food, it will reach us. And the body part, some protein will make cell, and that cell is body part. So this food will provide you energy plus your body part, both. Activity plus your body. Body plus activity. Sometimes in your spiritual sense, we call it body plus soul. So you can remember that way also. So body is nothing but material body, and soul is, you can correlate with energy that way. So that can make sense, so that you will remember. So this energy, until and unless your body is utilizing energy, extracting energy from this all food, you are living. But what will happen if body stops utilizing energy and transforming energy and extracting energy? You will not utilize food, you will die, your body will be there. But if energy capacity is not, the animal dies, because energy cannot exploit energy, cannot extract energy and utilize energy. So this is the death. Lack of utilization and of energy is death. Lack of extraction and utilization of energy is death. In molecular sense, if you see in sense, if you try to understand yourself in terms of molecules and energy. So there was a scientist. There is one scientist who actually who is the scientist who discovered AC current, alternating current. Who is the scientist who discovered alternating current?
Einstein?
Not Einstein. The great scientist. I am fan of that scientist. My greatest scientist, actually, the scientist whom I give the biggest reverence to.
Tesla?
Yes, Nikola Tesla. He's a man. He's not recognized, but he has laid the foundation to the modern actually Earth. He has laid the foundation to this whole discovery of the modern Earth. We are using this laptop, and that is actually he laid the foundation to form this laptop, this internet. Once he told, if you want to understand anything, physics, universe, You need to understand them in terms of energy and frequency. And the same, I think you need to use, I recommend you to use his quotation. If you need to understand biological system, you need to understand them in terms of energy and frequency and molecules. Then you will understand biological system better. So what I am providing you and is an insight. It's a foundation that you can utilize when you study biochemistry or any other science after this medical science. So you can see the energy, ultimately energy or food, that protein, lipid, everything is we get from this plant, and plant actually utilize photon to make this all food. Ultimately, you are getting energy and you are acquiring body. You are acquiring body, carbon. You know, carbon is there all over in the universe. Nitrogen is all over. You get minerals from the earth. And then this universe, actually you accumulate universe material in your body plus energy. So that is how you accumulate body. This is how. So in molecular sense, if you see at the root of everything, you are nothing but these atoms, basic atoms of universe, and this energy from the sun that is being accumulated, that is actually converted into a functional form of your body. Did you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome. So now I think you understand yourself better. Don't you?
We understand our own chemistry now.
Yes, yourself better. In nutshell, and this is the very basic rule, your sun and your universe. You are nothing but a functional unit of this universe and this universe. You can understand that way. You are a functional unit of this universe. The atoms, energy are giving a shape of giving you a shape as a body, and that body, through that body, you do things, you consume things, you do things, you perform things. Okay, so this is your body. Now, so if you have understood this very, if you are all enlightened right by now, so let's move forward. So now you must have understood what is the logic of your living. So logic of your living is molecules from the universe plus energy. In nutshell, molecules plus energy is life. Now, what are the elements, molecules that that are there in your body? So these are the molecules. You can see when these red are the bulk elements that are present in your body. You can see carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. These are present in very high quantity because we all are organic. So carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen are there. And then nitrogen, you can see protein has nitrogen. Protein plus DNA. So you have understood relation between food and yourself. You have understood relation between your like nature, universe, and you. So by that you will understand. Now you can see this all metals you will extract from earth. That is why we call Mother Earth, because it gives you many things. Even carbon from carbon dioxide, from air, we get from air carbon because our plant utilizes this carbon dioxide plus water from the earth and carbon dioxide. Then carbon dioxide and water is converted into carbohydrate and also into protein, lipid, carbohydrate, protein, and lipid. So carbon dioxide and water, and then plant utilizes this all. So anyway, we get this all from universe, this from earth, and this from air. So air, earth, sodium, potassium we get from earth. Phosphorus also we get from earth. So these are the predominant elements that makes our body. Selenium, iodine. So you can see yellow are trace elements and these are bulk elements. So these are the elements. So if you understand the nature of, So why I have presented this Fedry table? So if you understand the nature of this element, individual elements, if you understand the nature of individual elements, you will understand your body better. Okay, so this is the principle. What is logic of life? What is logic? So you have a, let's say, you have a mathematics. So you have a problem to solve, mathematics problem to solve. So how do you solve this problem? You use a formula. Don't you use a formula to solve the problem? You use the formula. And then this formula is just, these are the principles that guide you to solve problem. And this is the logic. So when you use principles, existing knowledge to solve the problem, to understand things, that is logic. So this, if you understand about each of the molecule, each of the elements a little bit, so more you understand about these elements, more you will understand about yourself, your body function. Okay, so don't worry about that, just understand. I'm just giving you a glimpse what is the significance of understanding things, that atoms, the chemistry, atoms, about the nature of atom. That is what but I will make you, when I go through the biochemistry, I will take you to the depth of the things. I will try to take you to the depth of the things, and in a very simple way. So don't worry about it. Just understand these are the elements. If you understand elements, you will understand yourself better. So that is what I want. These all elements will organize, as I have told you, organize into lipid and protein. Lipid protein will make membranes, and this, it will make the membrane of this mitochondria. This is mitochondria also. Those carbon, those all elements, many of the elements, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, they will form DNA here inside nucleus. The same elements will form rRNA and ribosome. So this is how this molecule, you can see this simple basic, these are simple basic elements. You can, if you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bulk elements, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 trace elements. So 11, 12 trace elements, and then 10 bulk elements. Only 20 elements are making our body, and that elements too in a very complicated way. This, you can see this cell membrane, it will first organize to form protein, lipid. It will first organize to form lipid, these elements, and then lipid and protein, and then carbohydrates also, and then it will form a cell membrane. You can see cell membrane, and here this protein, here also DNA, it will form DNA, RNA, like that. So this will form cell membrane. This again can form DNA, like nucleus, ribosomes. Water is also there. So you can see water is a solution of our body, solvent of our body. Everything, medium of reaction is water. So we see everything in terms of solubility of water and insoluble in water. Even protein, which protein is soluble in water, insoluble in water, that decide. Solubility is very important for our body. So this is first level, you can see next level. So many level of organization you can see. So many of level of organization of this element will form a cell. And that is a complicatedly organization, complex organization. And then this cell will form tissue. Tissue will form organ. Tissue will form what? Is
Organ.
part of body. Tissue will form organ. Organ will form system, and system will form body. So this is how there are several steps. You can see there are several steps of organization in our body. So this is why we are complicatedly organized molecules that utilize energy to do function. So did you all understand this much thing? Now just answer this question to check your understanding. Difference between living and dead animal are all X.
3.
C is the answer. Yes, C is the answer. You're right. C is the answer. So you can see there is no difference between living animal and dead animal. Both are organization is complex, but there is difference. What is difference? Some in spiritual sense they say that okay, soul is not there. So we understand what is that soul. Soul is that in this energy. Okay. You understand this is energy. The ability of an animal to extract, transform, and use energy is the difference between living and dead. So spiritually, people are not wrong in this sense. Now, chemical unity of diverse organism. You can see what distinguishes living organism from non-living things. What are the components that distinguishes living from non-living? So there are many, all four things. Whatever you think, whatever you see here, these are the difference between non-living and living. So in living, you see living organism. If you see this, if you can see this, these all things are non-living. If you can also compare this like a whole building. So building, if you see that the whole building also, the building is towering, very much bigger than us. But what happens in building? Building, there are bricks, and bricks again are bricks, and then cements, they are very simple molecular composition. They are not very highly organized, but our body is very highly organized. So degree of chemical complexity is much higher in our case, in living beings, in comparison to. So I am talking in context of human bodies, but see, this is universally present from amoeba to human being. You can see even amoeba is more complicated than this whole building in terms of molecular chemical complexities. That is the uniqueness of living beings. Living beings, all living beings are very complicatedly organized. Now you can see chemical interaction will be there. The metabolism is there. Metabolism will be there in living being. Metabolism will be there. And see, there is difference between yes, living and dead. Somebody wrote B. Yes, this is also a difference. So chemical interaction will be absent in dead animal, but chemical interactions are also not present in non-living things. Non-living things, see, cannot extract energy. Non-living things cannot utilize energy. That is why we call soul is not there in non-living things. So these are non-living. This wherever there is energy, power to transform energy and utilization of energy, that is the livingness. So extract, transform. So we will talk about energetics. So remember this class I will utilize as a base. I want you to enjoy this class, not take burden of this class. Just understand these basic things. What makes us living? Now again, if somebody does not, some animal does not reproduce, so this animal will not live longer. So replication is the process through which the animal rejuvenate itself. A race of animal rejuvenate is to renew itself. Okay, new generation will come, renewed generation. Okay, so this is self-replication is fourth process that actually characterize living from non-living. So basis of this self-replication is, molecular basis of this self-replication is, just speak out. In addition to writing, just speak out. DNA replication. Okay, we are able to reproduce because of DNA replication, because reproduction is related to gamete, and gamete formation cannot happen without DNA synthesis.
Yeah.
Yes, so basis of reproduction is, molecular basis of reproduction is
Replication.
DNA replication. Okay, and so reproduction and cell. So these four features previously in class, maybe in your school, you must have studied. So what is living beings? What are the characteristics of living? Food, shelter, safety, maybe, maybe movement, reproduction,
Adaptation to environment.
adaptation. So
Growth.
you can see these all things you can summarize through this molecular process. Okay. So for movement, you utilize energy.
Yeah.
For this protein you will study how you move in MSK. In next module you will study how you move, how your muscle contract, and that makes you move. So you will study in next module, next unit. Now reproduction, basis of reproduction, DNA. Now you have understood the same thing in molecular terminology. You will understand the same thing in molecular terminology, what you have studied till now. So you don't have to take those knowledge, throw those knowledge into dustbin. You have to connect that knowledge to the present knowledge. Okay? So these are the four molecular basis, four principle. Because of that, you are alive. This complex molecular organization, molecular interaction, and then energy extraction, and fourth is replication. So by now you have understood what is biochemistry. So we will study about this mechanism. We will study about molecular interaction in terms of metabolism. We study this metabolism. We will study about enzyme. The next class is about enzyme. So enzyme is a very, like a boon. You can see enzyme a very lively molecule. It is a very lively molecule. Because of the enzyme, we are alive. We can see that any molecule that is most lively in our body is enzyme. So enzyme is a lively body. You will see. When we talk about enzyme, you will understand. So chemical interaction, these enzymes are very important. Other chemical interactions are there. Actin myosin, because of that I can move. Because of actin myosin interaction, my tongue moves and I'm able to speak because of this actin myosin interaction. So because of interaction of that photon that goes inside my eye, I'm able to see, hear. So these are all molecular interactions. So without this molecular interaction are very important for us, and these all molecular interaction require energy, extraction of energy. And this extraction of energy, we will talk about how do we extract energy. Maybe in MSK system, we will talk about how our body extract energy and then transform that energy to livelihood that makes us living. So we will talk about that energy in next class. We will start about chemical interaction of this. So and this chemical complexity you will study more in cell biology. I will also talk about lipid. I will talk about only molecule lipid. I will talk about proteins in biochemistry. So you have to assemble those things, information into a knowledge. Okay, I will teach something. You will learn something from cell biology. You will have to assemble. You have to integrate those information to make the body. And then replication you will study in genetics. So these all things you will study. Whatever you study, you will study around this only. So by now you understood. You have understood what is biochemistry. So biochemistry is in biochemistry you will study structure of molecules. You study structures of molecules, and then after that you will study how these molecules interact, mechanism of interaction, chemical processes, metabolism, and that is present in living body. And the principles, what are the principles that guide that molecular interactions? I will talk about those principles also. Every time I talk about enzymes, so enzymes also follows rules. Those rules are principles. Enzymes follow certain rules. Metabolism follows certain rules. It does not happen haphazardly. Metabolism follows certain rules. So I will talk, if you understand the rules, you don't have to memorize those metabolism pathway. Little bit of there will be, the load on your memory will be lessened if you understand these rules. I will talk about those rules. I will talk about the molecules. And if you take my classes, you will understand biochemistry very nicely. And see what happens. It is said that actually in our, when I was a student, so my teacher used to say that you will get only 25% from me. Next 25% you will get from your study. Next 25% you will get from your experience. And next 25% you will get from your thinking over that information, analysis. So see, you have this 75% work you have to do yourself. You will get only 25%. You will have to analyze on the information. You have to assemble those information. Then you have to study yourself also. So this will 25%. And later when you go into practice, when you practice, you will again from your experience, you will learn 50%. And experience and analysis goes hand in hand. And study also will go in hand later. So your self-study is very important. That is what I mean to say. Your self-study, ponderance, self-thinking is very important. If you study but you don't think, then it will not convert into, you will not able to make a network of information. A network of information is knowledge. If you don't connect those information, the information will be lost slowly. So you have your self-study and your hard work is very important. So this will give you a, now did you understand what is biochemistry?
Yes, doctor. Yes.
Okay. So I will talk about organizing principle also. Every time I will talk about, so I'll talk about what are the properties of enzyme, how enzyme behave. So you will have to understand that. If you understand, then it is easy for you to memorize anything. So that is why don't miss the classes and focus on classes. It will save your a lot of time. So you can see what are the function that your body, for what your body utilizes energy. These are the functions. You can see body consume energy to maintain central dogma, DNA, RNA, and all other things. Genetic expression, DNA to what is central dogma? DNA to RNA, RNA to protein. So this protein synthesis, one peptide bond synthesis require 4 ATP. Do you know that? Do you know that?
Yes, we know.
Yes. So one peptide bond synthesis require 4 ATP. Synthetic reactions that occur within body. So your movement and locomotion, maintenance and selective permeability and growth. So this all growth require synthesis. So let me define more. So these are the things you can see. Whatever you study, genetics, metabolism, muscle contraction, and then maintenance of cell environment requires this sodium potassium ATPase. And this sodium potassium ATPase maintain potassium inside the cell and sodium outside the cell. So this is very important. And this is also require energy. So BMR also require energy, metabolism require energy, genetics require energy, and growth. What is growth means? Growth means building of new molecules. New molecules that you accumulate. So this will be, molecule will be built and will be accumulated in your body, and body grows. And this building of new molecules means building of new lipid from small, simpler molecules, for example, from glucose. Then building of protein from simpler molecule, amino acid, building of carbohydrates, polysaccharide, carbohydrates from again glucose. So this building of this complex molecule will be converted into a cell, and this building of this molecule require energy, and this building of this molecule is called which process? Anabolism. Okay, this is called anabolism. So anabolism require energy, and energy of anabolism is supplied through glucose. When glucose convert into what? Carbon dioxide and H2O, cellular respiration. Energy comes from this catabolism. Did you understand how our body grows? Catabolism gives energy, and this energy will be utilized by anabolism to form this molecule. Then our body grows. Growth and maintenance. Did you understand this?
Yes, doctor. Yes.
If you don't understand, let me know. Okay. So this is what the picture, you can see this picture. So stored nutrient. So nutrient, you take the nutrient, anyway nutrient is formed because of photosynthesis ultimately from the sun. So in that way energy convert into food. Energy actually is trapped in the food, chemical form of energy. Food is nothing but chemical form of energy, and that energy, some part of that food will actually be catabolized. Glucose, for example, glucose will convert into carbon dioxide, and this catabolized product actually will release ATP, and this ATP will be utilized to form protein, lipid, and carbohydrate, and that will make cell, and the cell will make body. So this is how this catabolism provides energy for anabolism, for movement, and that is why this production of energy ATP from catabolism and utilization by anabolism, this process is called energy coupling. Energy coupling. Energy is produced by catabolic process and it is utilized by anabolic. So here I am giving you a glimpse of a very important concept, a very important principle of our body. Our body utilizes energy from catabolism and make molecules from that energy and molecules that we take from outside. So did you understand this energy coupling process?
Yes.
So energy coupling plus enzymes. So enzymes are very important in this energy coupling. So energy coupling cannot happen without the help of enzyme. Energy coupling, for energy coupling to happen, enzyme is very important. So energy coupling and enzyme. So in next class we will talk about enzyme. So you can see an exergonic process, exothermic or exergonic process reaction does not proceed rapidly. Okay, does not proceed rapidly. Endergonic process does not require. So it is what I mean to say is, so this is exergonic reaction. Catabolic reaction is exergonic reaction because energy is released. Do you agree with me? Catabolic process is exothermic reaction because ATP is released because of catabolic process. Do you agree with me? Now, this is also called exergonic process. This exergonic process will provide energy, and that energy will be utilized by anabolic process. This is anabolic process. All anabolic processes are energy requiring process. This is called endothermic reaction, endergonic, endothermic or endergonic. Because it requires energy, it releases energy. Releasing energy is exothermic. Exo is outside, and accepting energy is endothermic or endergonic. So this process cannot happen that fast as it happens in our body without enzyme. This enzyme makes this process very smooth in our body. And that is where the role of this enzyme comes. So enzyme is very important. Enzyme actually make this process of energy coupling very smooth. Did you understand?
Yes, we
Can you repeat that?
So yes, just tell me, what do you understand by catabolic process? This catabolic process is related to which it will related to which release of energy or
Exergonic.
Or exergonic reaction.
yes, exergonic. It will release energy. Catabolism is it will release energy. So exergonic reaction. So this catabolism will require. Do you think it will require? It will happen without enzyme?
No.
So
Not
enzyme
possible.
makes this catabolic process smooth, and then energy is released as ATP, and ATP will be utilized to synthesize biomolecules, protein, lipid, carbohydrate that will make cell.
Just need
So this
energy.
anabolic process is called.
Need energy.
It is an endergonic process, energy requiring process. And this, do you think this will happen without enzyme? So this enzyme facilitates this energy coupling. Okay, so this is the energy transformation processes of your body. So this is how your body extract energy from catabolism, and catabolism is exergonic process, and that energy extracted from catabolism in the form of ATP will be utilized for anabolism. So remember, I have given you concept of catabolism and anabolism. So the terminology is different, but understanding, try to see behind the terminology. So whatever yes, tell me.
Yes, so sir, the catabolism basically breaks down, anabolism basically synthesizes it.
Yes, catabolism basically breaks down, and that breaks down. What is the purpose of breaking down? To extract energy.
Right.
Get that?
Correct.
And then what is the purpose of this anabolism?
To create macromolecules.
Yeah, to form body, to form molecules, to replace damaged molecule, to grow your body. Okay. So this is the process. So ultimately, what is happening? You are taking energy from sun, and then that you are through catabolism you are converting into your usable energy, and then that energy you utilize to make your body. So this is the whole process. So try to think in terms of what I said, then you will understand your way, understand things in your way, and understand things deeply. So you are an open system. That means you are an open system or closed system. Tell me.
Yeah, it's open system
Yes,
because
your body is open system. See, you know that maybe about a certain in a certain period of time. I don't remember that time, but in a certain period of time, your whole cell is replaced by new cell. So we are open system. We are a part of universe, and we are open system. We take energy, release energy, take energy, release energy. So we are an open system. So remember that. So this is feedback reaction. You can see this is a regulation. This is how our body is regulated. So if something is synthesized in very high quantity, you must have studied homeostasis in physiology. This is our chemical reaction is very similar to that homeostasis. If the product is high enough, means if the product is in sufficient quantity, that product will inhibit the reaction by inhibiting enzyme. This enzyme regulation we will study about this enzyme. So enzyme is regulated through feedback regulation, so that our body will be in homeostasis. So this is the genetic basis of your life. You can see this is central dogma, and this is genetic basis of reproduction and self-assembly. Thank you. So is there any question?
I just have a question. It's not like a question, but I just want to make sure what you just explained, I get it. Does
Okay.
it mean, does
See,
it mean
I see. I'll tell you one thing. So this topic is very foundation of all the you can call it a foundation. You understand it. So I will even if I ask question from this topic, I will ask simple question that you can easily answer, and that will be from understanding. If you have understood metabolism, this slide especially, if you understood this slide, whatever I told you, I have actually given a terminology. If actually I have given words to those all things, a system to. If you understand this energy, I may ask what is energy coupling. Okay, so I may ask what is the molecular basis of this reproduction. So this simple type of question that you will be able to answer. I will ask from the questions. You can see this question: what is the difference between living and dead? The questions you already have here. Okay, so simple things that you will be able to answer. Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else?
You said you will be asking questions like, will this be on the test, you mean, or are we going to do this tomorrow?
No, we are going to, tomorrow we are going to do enzyme chapter. Okay.
Okay.
So even
Okay.
if I ask in I have to ask any something for, but if I ask from this topic, you don't worry about it. If you have understood this topic, I will upload this slide also, no problem. And if I ask the question, I will ask question that will be not that difficult. If you understood content, you will be able to answer those questions. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
Okay. Okay. You're welcome. See you tomorrow, next class.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Dr.
So I want to announce you one thing. Tomorrow, try to be in time, okay? Because I have a meeting tomorrow. So be on time tomorrow. So I will try to start the class sharply at 11:30. Okay? So be in time. Okay, take care.
Thank you, doctor.
You're welcome.